Hi, my name is Jason Casanova, and this is a euphonium. So why euphonium? For me, it was pretty simple. I loved the sound. When I was about 7 years old, my brother used to come home from school and practice euphonium every day. I always wanted to try it, and he would never let me. And then one day I begged my mom, and she forced my older brother to let me try out his euphonium. And wouldn't you know it, I tried it out, and I made the most horrible sound ever. It was awful. It was probably the worst sound you've ever heard come out of a euphonium. Or an elephant, for that matter. Or even a dying elephant. My brother never let me try it again. He never let me have a chance. And so I always had that passion inside me that I wanted to try again. So when 7th grade rolled around, I was about 11 years old. I was able to get into band and try out all the instruments. And I still loved euphonium. And I sounded much better by that time. But my band directors unfortunately told me that I didn't have euphonium player lips. I had tuba player lips. And I was devastated. So I took a tuba home, and my parents said, "Well, what are you doing with this? I thought you were going to play euphonium." And I told them, and then they ended up renting me a euphonium. So then I took the euphonium to school, and my band director said, "Okay, you can play euphonium, but only if you work really hard." So here I am 25 years later, still playing, teaching, and enjoying the euphonium. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So let's hear a little bit about the history of the euphonium. One of the earliest precursors to the euphonium was an instrument known as the serpent. It looks pretty cool, right? The serpent was made out of wood, brass, or silver, and it was usually played with a deep cup mouthpiece that was made out of horn or ivory. Then came the ophicleide. This one kind of looks somewhat like a bassoon saxophone hybrid, typically made out of metal, also played with a mouthpiece. Then a gentleman by the name of Adolph Sax made a series of instruments called the sax horn. I wonder why he named them that. He had sax horns built in various keys and sizes. This is where the euphonium really began to take its shape. So where can I hear a euphonium? Well, you can typically hear them in wind bands, or as you might call them, concert bands, such as the President's Own, a college band, or a local community band. Symphony orchestra, though that's few and far between. But one of the biggest places you can hear them is in the brass band, a group of players playing only brass instruments, and it's really cool. Another place you can hear euphonium is as a solo instrument. No, not really like a guitar solo. It's probably not that extravagant, but it's still pretty cool though. Professional euphonium players tour the world playing their euphonium as a solo instrument. They take a long time to prepare a piece of music really well, and then they stand in front of a wind band or concert band or symphony orchestra or chamber ensemble or piano, and they play the piece of music that they've prepared, or many pieces of music, or a whole concert. That's what they do, and it's really cool and it's really fun. I'll be playing a few things for you to demonstrate how the euphonium sounds.